40 years ago today, a deadly EF4 tornado passed through 17 miles in Williamson County. 10 people were killed, 181 were hurt, and almost 1,000 lost their homes. Storm Track 3 meteorologist J.C. Brienne takes a look back.
They said that I had lost a large amount of blood, and if he hadn't have got me there, then I probably would have bled to death.
Brenda Hollop went to work on the day of the tornado just like any other. But what she didn't know is that her life would never be the same.
The doctor said that it looked like someone had just took a stick of dynamite and behind your knee just blew all that out.
Brenda and her friend Sherry rode out the tornado in the Taco Gringo restrooms behind the Bonanza, which is now Tequila's. During the storm, she lost consciousness and woke to find herself seriously injured.
It had thrown the Ford garage completely through that Taco Gringo. The front doors were the only thing standing.
Anthony Lloyd worked at Bonanza and immediately jumped to action after walking out to the destruction left behind.
She was going into shock, and I kept yelling at her, and Sherry kept talking to her, telling her, you know, you got to stay with us, stay awake. And she was really losing a lot of blood, and I was scared.
I can remember driving over the rubble. I can still remember that, and feeling the bumps.
It wasn't until waking up after surgery that Brenda realized the extent of her injury.
The doctor came in and told me that they'd had to amputate.
Although the tornado left a lifelong scar, Brenda says she's just happy to be alive and owes it all to Anthony.
And I did dream about it off and on for a few years. You know, it affected me. It wasn't so much when I got to the hospital. It affected me a lot. I saw a lot of 18-year-old kid didn't really need to see it.
Nearly 40 years later, Anthony says he still thinks about the day of the storm every time he drives through town.
If it wasn't for him, I truly believe I would not be here. I think that God allowed him, to be able to get me to the hospital in the length of time that I needed.
Marion will hold a memorial today with an open house at the Cultural and Civic Center. It starts at 2. The official ceremony starts at 3 at the Town Square Plaza.